Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rain or Shine Sports Network. We have Pro Football Weekly. This is season 2, week number 17 of the NFL season. I'm your host, Tom Sotera, along with Robbie Sotera. And we're going to bring you the highlights, scores, results from last week, and then talk about this week's games, give you some our Rain and Shine power rankings and our Rain and Shine teams from last week and Rain and Shine games from this week, and a couple of sure to hit parlays. How did your parlay do last week?
I hit mine.
I hit mine as well. If we would have went all four of these, wow, that would have been big. Good deal. So if you listened to us last week and put a bet on it, you are so lucky that you would have won. But hey, it's a new week, though. We'll see what happens from here. So looking at last week's games, and boy, there were some good games. Let's just talk about that Seahawks game, though, on Thursday. I mean, it was that game that there was frustration. There were times when I'm like, okay, maybe Sam is what Sam is. Maybe he can't. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. They showed people in the stands when they got down 2 touchdowns and the Rams got the ball back. They showed people leaving the stadium. And I'm sure there's plenty of fans out there watching it on TV that said, okay, enough's enough. I'm not going to watch any of this anymore. And they missed a hell of a game. There were so many huge plays, whether it was catches by Cooper Kupp, that one on the sidelines, Rashid Shaheed with the big punt return, A.J. Barner with a big touchdown catch. The 2-point conversion, Zach Charbonnet picking up the ball.
That was a bad call.
It wasn't a bad call though. It was the right call. I mean,
it was.
The delay and everything else with it. You know, the Rams were all up in arms about it. But why? Why are they? If it's called from up above, hey, wait a minute, that was a backwards pass. That's not an incomplete pass. That was backwards,
but
and it was.
Tipped. But it was bad. It was tipped though.
But the ball was headed. The ball was headed behind him. Anyway, you could see right where it was, where the runner was that he was throwing it to, and just for Zach Charbonnet to have the wherewithal to just go pick up the ball. That's all he did. Just went and picked up the ball. But that was recovering the fumble in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. So it worked out really well. And then they hung on and won the game. Again, 2-point conversion at the end of the game. Was that the right call? Yes, absolutely. Because if they don't do that, if they tie the game, there was 3 minutes left in the game, the Rams either going to go down and kick a field goal and not leave any times for the Seahawks, or it ends in a tie and the Rams win the tiebreaker because they had won the other game. So that really was the only move Seattle could make to get on top in the division and right now take over the number 1 seed. And as we go through our power rankings, you're going to see from my end a little bit different look in the Shine rankings this week. So, all right. Anyway, let's take a look at last week's games. Certainly some upsets along the way.
Too many god dang injuries.
Injuries as well. People playing fantasy football. It's hard. I know Kelly, my wife, had 3 players go down, and she lost by just a few points. And when it's Lamar Jackson and J.J. McCarthy and Judkins.
I will say, one of the public drafts I did where I was just drafting and I forgot that it was an actual league, I ended up winning the championship by .28 because of Jonathan Taylor scoring.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
All right, well, let's take a look at the results from last week on that Thursday night game. Might have been the best game of the year by some. I think so. Seahawks beat the Rams 38-37. It was the Eagles over the Commanders 29-18. Chicago Bears took care of the Green Bay Packers 22-16. Carolina over Tampa Bay in a big game 23-20. The Vikings over the Giants 16-13. The New Orleans Saints. Tyler Shook, I like it. 29-6 over the Jets. Cincinnati 45-21. After Cincinnati had such a horrible week previously, I didn't have much faith in them. I picked Miami last week, but Cincinnati 45-21 over Miami. Tennessee 26-9 over the Chiefs. The Chargers over the Cowboys 34-17. Buffalo over Cleveland 23-20. That one kind of shocked me. There was a it looked in doubt there towards the end of the game. Atlanta 26-19 over Arizona. The Jaguars 34-20 over the Broncos. Houston Texans just barely beat the Raiders 23-21. It was Pittsburgh over Detroit 29-24. New England over Baltimore 28-24. And the 49ers last night beating the Indianapolis Colts 48-27. The way that game was unfolding, I thought, hey, they got a shot. They're in this thing. Rivers actually looked pretty darn good. So we have our little competition that we're doing with all of the games all year long. And here we are after 16 weeks. And what's the scorecard look like from last week there, Robbie? Oh, I picked another one. Okay.
Yep.
So I'm back to 6 ahead now. 163-77. 12-4 last week, and you were 11-5. All right. So I missed the Broncos. Sorry, Ken. I missed Detroit, and I picked Miami, and I picked Kansas City to win it. And
yeah,
Kansas City
back-to-back weeks of their starter going down. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're a hurting unit. Next year they'll be a hurting unit as well. All right, well, let's take a look at our power rankings for the week. Now, these change week to week. It's all on, what's going on, how we feel the teams are. And I've got a little bit of I've decided on a little something different on the rain rankings, the worst 3 teams in the NFL. I'm going to just call it Las Vegas is the bottom. They're number 32, but I got the New York teams at 30 and 31, the Giants and the Jets. So between those 2 teams and Las Vegas, that makes up my rain rankings. How about you? What do you have there for the rain rankings for the week?
I have pretty much the same. Vegas, Giants, and Jets.
Okay.
I did have Tennessee at 30, but I was like, they've been
won.
scoring. They're doing a lot better. So
just beat Kansas City.
It's not really.
No,
Kansas
it's
City.
not really Kansas City. Well, and then their backup went down too. So was it an ACL? I never heard.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. How about the Shine rankings? These are the top 3 teams in the NFL. And you go ahead and go first on this one.
A little bit of movement in mine. Last week it was Denver at 3, Seattle at 2, Rams at 1.
Mm-hmm.
This week it's New England at 3.
Okay.
The Rams at 2, and Seattle is at the 1 spot right now.
All right. Well, we have pretty close to the same ones, but you know what? I give the NFC West all the credit in the world right now. So I have San Francisco as my 3, I have the Rams as my 2, and I have Seattle as number 1. So I really think whoever wins this division has a great shot to win the Super Bowl. So I don't know that the Rams can get it. Well, if San Francisco would lose and Seattle would lose to San Francisco next week, I think the Rams could get right back in there. But, yeah, I guess all 3 of them could still come up with that number 1 seed. But I think that division is clearly the best. I really do. Watching San Francisco last night. And, again, Indianapolis's defense isn't that bad, and they made them really look bad. So I think San Francisco is going to be tough. They got a tough one in Chicago, though. I mean, that's not a gimme there playing Chicago. And Seattle has a tough one with Carolina as well as we go through these things. So, all right, who is your rain team from last week? The team that just underachieved and, in your mind, just wasn't what they
There,
should be.
there was a few. Um, the likes of Green Bay was one of them. Dallas, Miami, Kansas City's the big one, but to me, they're playing for
It's
to play.
injuries. Yeah, it's injuries.
But ultimately for me, this was I put Indy. Normally they're scoring a ton, but with against San Francisco, they don't have the greatest defense,
Yeah, it's
and it was Brock Purdy.
yeah, it was their offense that was
And
doing
I'm
it.
glad that he's on my fantasy team, but he put up
Yep.
points on a week where I don't really care. This was the ninth place game I was in.
Yeah, yeah.
For the first time in all of the years that I've done fantasy football, I ended up in last.
No, no,
I went last.
no. I'm gonna have the number one pick though.
I don't have any picks.
Well, you don't you don't have any picks because you traded them all away.
Yeah.
But I still have the worst record. So even though our little toilet bowl bottom four teams played in,
I
that
went from
doesn't
competing in the championship game almost 3 years in a row to just
play in the
dud.
9-10 game.
to dud.
Yeah. All right. So as we look at how about I actually had Kansas City down as my rain team. I just did. Even with the injuries, it's still disappointing to see who they are. And they played Tennessee, and to not even compete with Tennessee. I mean, it wasn't a close game with Tennessee, 26-9. That was pretty disheartening. But how about your shine team for the week?
Well, you said it. Tennessee.
Yeah.
Even without for me when I'm doing this stuff, it's basically if it's a team like Kansas City when they had the two starters go down, and
Sure.
it's a defensive thing at this point. Tennessee made them look like they didn't play defense at all.
Right.
So, and with Tennessee starting the season off the way they did and pretty much finishing it the way they're doing now, they're playing
There's hope.
really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, there's hope. There's hope.
Next year, they might be one of those sneaky teams like Carolina this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could be that way.
All right, my shine team for the week, the Jacksonville Jaguars, to go to Denver and beat them 34-20. I think that's pretty good. Trevor Lawrence is having a great year, and they're playing some defense as well. So I give them the kudos for the week as the shine team. All right, let's take a look at the schedule for week 17, and we'll give you our predictions as we move forward here. Christmas Day games, there's 3 of them this year. The early game is Dallas at Washington. Dallas 6-8-1. The Washington Commanders 4-11. Dallas is favored by 7. Over under is 50.5. And I got Dallas winning this one. I'm going to take the favorite in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too explosive.
All right, next game, the midday game, Detroit Lions at the Minnesota Vikings. Detroit favored by 7.5. Over/under is 43.5. You got the visiting team in this one too. You got Detroit.
Yep, I got
All
Detroit.
right. That's what I have as well. Minnesota, is McCarthy out again this week?
Yeah, I think I heard that he has a fracture in his hand.
Okay. Well, that's another reason then. I think Detroit's gonna play anyway. I don't see Dan Campbell being out there and letting the team not go out and play anyway. And I think there's still that minutest chance of them getting in. But all right, so Detroit on that one. All right, the Denver Broncos at the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, if it was Kansas City and there was something on
was
the
led
line
by
with this
Mahomes?
game, and winning you get in and this and that, then it's a little bit different. But I got Denver on this one all the
Yeah,
way.
KC is just playing to play at this point, so they could potentially play spoiler a little bit,
Yeah.
but they gotta. Well,
they, they
who
got
is their starter? I need to look this up. Who is starting at quarterback for them? I think it's a rookie. If I want to, I don't remember who it was. That's a name, Chris. Not even gonna try it. He's not a rookie, but Chris Oladokun. I don't know how, but never heard of him. But
going up against Denver.
that's a tough one.
Yep, I would say so.
So
Okay.
I'm still gonna go with Denver.
All right, we got 3 road teams, first 3 games. Houston at the Chargers. I mean, this is another one. Houston could win this game. Who you got, though?
This is that coin flip game where it's like either team can bring
Yep.
it. So I'm gonna say Houston. I think Houston's just defensively is just one of probably the strongest unit in the NFL.
Yeah, they're
So,
right there.
but Chargers are good offensive. I don't know, but I'm gonna say Houston has the slight edge.
All right, I'm going to take the Chargers in this one. Oh, Chargers are favored by 2. Over under is 39.5. Chargers are 11-4. Houston 10-5. On to Baltimore at Green Bay. Baltimore still hanging by a thread. Green Bay's favored by 3. Over under is 40.5. Baltimore 7-8. Green Bay 9-5-1. And I don't see Baltimore winning this one. I got Green Bay.
This is the question we've been asking for the last 17 weeks. Which
team?
version?
Well, and that's really of Baltimore. That's the thing, you know.
I'm gonna give the edge to Green Bay here.
Okay, that's what I've got as well. All right, big one for Seattle. I'm taking Sunday off as well, so I'm going to get to watch this 10 o'clock in the morning game here on the West Coast.
You're gonna be able to watch 2 back-to-back Seahawks games.
And you know what's going to happen next week? If
They're gonna lose because you get to watch.
No, next week, if everything plays out the way it very well may, Seattle wins, San Francisco wins. It'll get bumped to the 5 o'clock Sunday night game. You watch. That's what's going to happen. All right. Seattle 12-3, Carolina 8-7. Seattle favored by 7 in Carolina. If I was a betting man on this one, I would take Carolina, just getting the 7 points. That's just what I would do. It's not on my parlay. Over under is 42.5. Who you got winning this one? Can't say go Hawks at the end if you don't say.
I'm not betting against my home team unless I know for sure they're going to lose. That's like when I think I only went against them 2 times. But I'm going to take Seattle.
All right. I've got Seattle in this one as well. I look at it, the time is now for them. They're in that position right now. And traditionally, they haven't always closed out the season well. I remember Arizona being spoiler a couple times that kind of knocked them out of that number 1 spot. This is the only way they're going to get to have home games is if they win these last 2 games. So I got Seattle as well. All right. New England at the Jets. New England 12-3. Jets with a similar record, 3-12. New England favored by 13.5. Over under is 42.5. This is all about New England. The Jets aren't going to be able to compete on that, are they?
No.
I mean, they can't. Can they?
They can. They're a football team, so yes, they're going to compete a little, but I think New England is just too strong.
Yep, I'll go with obviously taking that one as well. All right, Tampa Bay at Miami. Tampa Bay, what's happened to Tampa Bay? 7-8. Miami 6-9. Tampa Bay favored by 5.5. Over under is 46.5.
I do know what happened. Bucky Irving came back. and ruined
Yeah.
everything. Ever since
No.
he came back, they
No.
hasn't done any. They haven't done anything.
He's only been back for 3 games. They went
They
like
lost all
one
three
and
of them.
six. They've been like 1-6 in their last few games. But anyway, can they do it against Miami? Is Miami starting Quinn Ewers again? I believe
Yes.
they are.
Yep. So I'm gonna give. With that being said, Quinn Ewers hasn't shown too much, but I still think that Tampa Bay has a little bit of something.
Okay.
Just a little bit of something.
Yeah, they have way too much talent on offense. I mean, with all their receivers
It's
back
both
now.
teams are like that though.
Yeah. Well.
But it's just the quarterback play is the biggest part now.
Yeah, I think Baker will do okay. The problem with Baker right now is he's at the end of his contract again, so he's wanting to get paid again. So after the slide they've had, his value isn't quite what he would like. So I do have Tampa Bay in this one as well, though. I'm not sold on Miami with anything. So, all right, Jacksonville at the Colts. Jacksonville favored by 6.5. Jacksonville 11-4. Indianapolis 8-7. Over under is 47.5 in this one. Does Phillip Rivers win a game? Is this the game that they're going to pull out here? I got Jacksonville winning it, actually. They're playing pretty damn good.
It can possibly happen.
Oh, he showed me it could
Jacksonville is a good team right now, but it's the inconsistency. Like there's 2 games where they do really good, and then 1 game which is, and then 1 game where it's really good, and then 2 games where it's another case. Which version? But I Phillip Rivers, without a doubt, is past his prime. He's that Gardner Minshew role right now, where it's filling in, serviceable. Don't think he's going to be enough to like fully take you anywhere other than compete to like be a 1-score game. So I'm going to stay with Jacksonville on this one.
All right, we both have Jacksonville there. New Orleans at Tennessee. New Orleans favored by 2.5. Over under is 39.5. New Orleans 5-10. Tennessee 3-12. You like Tennessee in this one?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay, I got the Saints.
New Orleans
winning
been
as
playing
well.
pretty good the last few weeks, so
Yeah.
I'm going to keep rolling with them. Same thing with actually. This could potentially be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. Okay. On to Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Pittsburgh favored by 3. Over under is 33.5 only. Pittsburgh's 9-6. Cleveland's 3-12. No DK. DK's out for 2 games, at least the last 2 games now. Suspended. Did you see that his contract, the guaranteed money, if he misses any practices or games, his guaranteed money is not there anymore. So he lost $35 million over these next 2 years with this little outbreak on these sidelines. But anyway, I would imagine the team will work something out, but there's no guarantee for it now. So I think Pittsburgh's going to do it, though. I think, Rodgers isn't playing bad right now. Defense has gotten quite a bit better. And it is still Cleveland. I think Shador's doing good things. I'm hoping that he can get a chance kind of moving forward and into the offseason and for next year. But I'm going to take the Steelers here and just figure they're going to keep on winning.
Yep, I got the Steelers as well. And as far as DK goes, I think we won by letting him go.
Well, it was
we already saw signs of his attitude with like other players, and it's just like
I
JSN.
I think we rebuilt really well. Yes, DK was a huge part. Tyler Lockett was a huge part, but replacing them with Cooper Kupp and now Rashid Shaheed, unbelievable. So I see Shaheed made the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
6 players.
Isn't it special teams?
I don't. Maybe it is for that. I don't know. I just seen his he was on the list there. So 6 players. It was JSN and
I will say last week There's a player on Seattle that I'm glad finally had a breakout game. Take a guess who I'm thinking of.
Offensively or defensively?
Offensive.
Shaheed?
No.
No. Barner?
Kenneth Walker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
he
yeah.
finally looked like
a couple of big runs.
He looked like K9.
Yep. Yep.
So that's what I was trying to trade for. That specific game is what I wanted on my team. There was like maybe one or two other games where he was even at the yardage that.
Well, Charbonnet outdid him a lot of the year. He's just had been more effective.
You just need to give him.
He's got to get the ball. He's got to get
the ball. Yes.
Yep, and he's shown in the open field that he can run it. He can run it. So
they just need to give him the opportunities and stop giving them to him.
All right,
they're both young.
Oh yeah. No, the old
I
thunder
get the whole
and lightning.
keep him. I get the whole keep him fresh, but sometimes you gotta
lean on who's effective. Yep. All right. Arizona at Cincinnati. Cincinnati favored by 7. Over under is 53.5. Arizona 3-12. Cincinnati 5-10.
You went against Cincinnati last week. Are you going to do it again?
Yeah, they're going to do it.
You are?
Again.
All right.
They're going to do
what?
it again.
No, I'm saying you went against Cincinnati
yeah,
last
no,
week.
I'm not going to go against Cincinnati. No.
Why not
against Arizona. Not against Arizona.
Brissett? Jacoby Brissett's been playing great.
Actually, he has been. He's been sitting on my bench the whole time, but I should have played him a little bit. So, but no, Cincinnati all the way. You?
Yeah, I got Cincinnati too.
All right, here is the game of the year: New York Giants at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Game of the year, more
the
like
two bottom teams. Well, 2 out of the 3 bottom teams in my rain rankings. Who is going to win or lose this game? This will probably be a tie.
Honestly, know who loses this game? The people that watch it.
This will be a 6-6 tie.
Can we just skip
both
it?
Teams?
Can we just say draw?
Both teams, 2-13. No, because the Raiders are favored in this by 1.5 points. I think that's only the second time this year.
That doesn't mean anything with how they've been playing.
The over-under is 41.5.
They've been playing like every team is insanely better than them.
So what's going to happen now? Because the over-under is 41.5, and I'm saying that I don't think they could just play offenses out there and score 41 points between the two of them.
And the Giants are 41.5?
41.5.
When Pittsburgh and Cleveland is 33.5?
33.5, yes. So I don't think – now what's going to happen, though, is it's probably going to be like a 35-34 game. It's going to be just unbelievable. But
I doubt it.
Who did I pick? I took the Giants in this one, I guess. Pete and Gino just can't win. This is going to be it. This is the curtain call for Pete and Gino. So this is their last chance to win a game. I'm not sure who they play next week, but it doesn't really matter unless it's the Jets. But I got the Giants winning here. How about you?
I got the Raiders.
Okay, there we go. I think we've only had 2 different ones, 2 or 3. All right. Philadelphia at Buffalo. That could actually be a pretty darn good game. Both teams are fairly healthy and put together anyway. Buffalo's favored by 1.5. Over-under is 43.5. Philadelphia's 10-5. Buffalo is 11-4. I know you're a big Buffalo fan. You got Buffalo here?
Oh, I'm not a Buffalo fan. I'm a Josh Allen fan.
Josh Allen fan. Well, that's right. You're a Saquon fan, too.
How to get out of that? He didn't help me this year. Maybe 3 games. But I want to say Buffalo. But in that game last week, Josh Allen had something going on with his foot.
Oh.
And he missed practice today because of it.
Okay. He had said it was no big deal, but
he also said throwing up was no big deal. Throwing up like this reddish orange
every game.
But he's been playing fine, except for last week. Last week was kind of whoa. I'm gonna say Buffalo.
All right, I got Buffalo as well. So, all right, the Sunday night game next week, or this week, the Chicago Bears 11-4, San Francisco 49ers 11-4. San Francisco's favored by 3. Over under is 52.5. Man, I'm a Bears fan. I mean, I'd really love to see the Bears beat them. I don't think so, though. I don't think they can. I
You're
think the
a Bears
49ers
fan?
are. What's that?
You just said you're a Bears fan.
I'm a Bears fan right now to beat the 49ers. Yeah.
It don't matter.
What's that?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Who's winning?
It's the Niners.
Okay.
It's the Niners.
It's all going to come down to next week then, huh?
If
Can't
Gronk
look past
played like
this week.
they did last week, it's the Niners.
Yep. All right, and the last one is the Monday night game. Los Angeles Rams 11-4 against the Atlanta Falcons 6-9. Rams favored by 8. Over and under is 49.5. Atlanta going to have a upset here?
Which Atlanta?
The Falcons.
Which Atlanta Falcons?
Well, is either one of them good enough to beat the Rams, however?
One of them. I don't know which one, because sometimes they're each other and sometimes they're all over the place. No.
It sounds like the Rams were awful cocky, though, to the Seahawks. Big time, as they were kind of stomping on them and things. They were doing a whole lot of talking and shit, I guess. So it's kind of nice to get one over on them. The Rams are going to win this one, so
Yep.
I don't think there's going to be that much problem there. So, all right. So the rain and shine games of the weekend. Who do you have as your?
We'll just go to the Shine game. We already know the rain game.
Yeah.
We already know it's
Giants,
Vegas.
Vegas.
And Giants.
Yep,
Yeah.
definitely. All right. Yeah.
Anyone
so
and their mother could have said that one. So we already knew
yes.
when we were going through it.
Yes. So, who is your shine game of the week? Which game is the game of the week? Can't miss.
Had a few potential ones, but I ultimately went with Philly Buffalo.
Okay, that's what you got. I have the Bears in San Francisco. I think that's a huge game in the whole realm of everything. So, I think that's going to be a big one there. So, all right, now the last thing we got to talk about is our sure to hit parlays. That I think this was the first week that we both got them right though at the same time.
Yeah. Yep.
I think other weeks. We probably missed 2 weeks, maybe 3 that one of us didn't get it right. Maybe more than that. But anyway, so in this one, I have my 2 games are San Francisco giving 3 to Chicago. They're at home. And Philadelphia Buffalo over 43.5. For entertainment purposes only, unless you want to try to win a little money. I might place this bet. I might stop at a casino tomorrow and place my. I think that's a good bet.
I'll send you $10 to do mine too.
Okay, and then I'll put $10 on all 4 of us and see if we can hit 2 weeks in a row.
4.
Well, depends on what your games are.
What do you mean it depends on what?
Well, if we have the same game, I can't do it twice. Okay. Oh.
I have Houston and the Chargers over 39.5.
Houston Chargers over 39.5. I can see that. 21-20.
The only reason I was very quick to remember the over-under on the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game is because I have it on here. Pittsburgh-Cleveland over 33.5. That seems too low.
No DK? Who are we going to throw to? Who are we going to throw to?
Calvin Austin. You have 4 tight ends.
Jalen Warren.
Jalen Warren. a guy that should be played more but isn't because he fumbled once in week 1, Caleb Johnson. A guy that you picked in the first round. I picked in the first round.
Yeah, yeah.
What a dud.
All right. Well, I can see that one. 33.5. I don't know. I think the Steelers will have 20, 21 or 24. That just Cleveland's got to have a couple touchdowns. Shedeur will get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. So, all right. So you got Pittsburgh and Cleveland and Houston and the Chargers. Okay. And I'll take those.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. So, all right. Well, I wish you all I wish you all a Merry Christmas. It's coming up in just 2 days. I was thinking, oh no, we'll see one more time before then, but that'll be a Happy New Year's next week when we talk about these things. So, all right. Games start Thursday, like I said. Morning game,
no more
midday
injuries.
game. What's that?
No more injuries, NFL. No more injuries, please.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of people here. So, Dallas and Washington in the early game Thursday, then Detroit and Minnesota, and the late game if you are inclined to watch. Hey, that one's only 36.5. But I don't see Kansas City getting
12.
across the 50-yard line.
Butker.
Yeah, there we go. 60-yard kicks.
That is your offense.
He needs 5 field goals to get to 15, and Denver will score 21 and will lose by half a point. All right. On behalf of all of us here at Rain or Shine, have a great weekend. And most importantly,
go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
And has Cal Raleigh raised the 12th man flag yet?
I'm not sure. Who did he just trade jerseys with? Or no, he was there with Tom Brady. Brady was there at the game or something? At the Rams game?
The heck is that?
They were down on the field talking to him.
Anyway, what they should do when he raises the flag, give him a mic and tell Seattle to win, might as well go win the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what he should say.
I don't know, though. It didn't work out for him with the Mariners.
Well, this isn't the Mariners.
Even
though a few years ago, the Seattle was celebrating something, and it was an unsportsmanlike conduct call, and they said on the Seattle Mariners instead of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yep.
And then they, in the background of the picture was the Seattle Mariners doing the dance that they do when they're all huddled together. And I saw that, and I'm like, that's good. That's good.
Yep. All right. Again, have a great holiday weekend. Safe travels to everybody that's going to be moving, and drive safely. No accidents along the way either. So root for some good football. Hope everybody gets everything that they want from Santa Claus. I think I'm just getting cold this year, so we'll deal with that as it comes. So again, from all of us here, have a holiday season to remember. Merry Christmas, everybody. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks again.